The $600 million loan facility was signed in 2019 by Cocobod, African Development Bank, Credit Suisse AG, and the Industrial and Commercial Bank of China Limited to boost cocoa production in Ghana. Cocobod is expected to use the facility to raise cocoa yields per hectare and increase Ghana's overall production. These include financial interventions to sustainably increase cocoa plant fertility, improve irrigation systems, and rehabilitate aged and disease-infected farms. The funds will also help increase warehouse capacity and provide support to local cocoa processing companies. Speaking to journalists almost 5 months after the agreement was signed, the Dean of Executive Directors of the African Development Banks, Bright Okogu, assured that the processes for transferring the funds will be completed soon.
Cocobod was one of the entities that we met during this visit, among all the other ones that I mentioned to you. The facility of 600 million, yes, is one of those that, in terms of the engagement with the African Development Bank, there are processes you go through before the releases, and I believe that very, very shortly the processes will be completed on both sides, and whatever releases are going to be done after that.
Is it fair, by shortly, what do you mean, like a month, 2 months?
What I said to you is that there are processes, and when those processes are completed, monies are released, and these processes, they depend on both sides. But I'm optimistic that it's not a long period of wait.
Ghana's cocoa sector employs some 800,000 rural families and produces crops worth about $2 billion in foreign exchange annually. Cocobod is a fully state-owned company solely responsible for Ghana's cocoa industry, controlling the purchase, marketing and export of all cocoa beans produced in the country. Fifi Boafo is the public affairs manager of Cocobod. He says Cocobod is embarking on all the necessary requirements to access the loan.
It has been done some 2 months ago. I think the signing ceremony took place in South Africa. We are still expecting that the funds will be released. So yes, Cocobod has done that already. What we are expecting that funds will be released per the conversation that has taken place. Our expectation is that pretty soon that will be done. But this whole visit was not just because of the contract or probably what has been signed between us and the African Development Bank, but it is part of their general engagement which they are doing. But of course, if you have such an agreement between Cocobod and the African Development Bank, and you have executive directors visiting, then Cocobod is a key institution. They must visit to realize or have a better understanding and appreciation of exactly what we're doing and how its impact will be for the cocoa industry, and then also for the African Development Bank as a lender.